Hello friends, welcome to the seminar series of MIL Academy from Prism to Batch students. My name is Krunal Rane. I have done my BSc from Information Technology. Today I am going to present a very upcoming and latest topic, that is payment application security on mobile security. Today's topic is payment application security on mobile platforms. We will just go through today's agenda. It's overview. We will first take an overview on mobile platforms, that how they are working and how payment applications are working on mobile platforms. Then we will go for study of security and privacy in mobile applications. And at the end, we are going to discuss about a project which is a upcoming project from OAPS group. Overview. It's a statistical report which says that in the global, more than 3 billion people are going to use mobile phones and related applications by 2012. Currently, 225 million people are using mobile phones and related applications in India only, and 100 millions are added every year. Then in upcoming few years, the figure will go to the 500 million people. We are going from e-commerce to m-commerce. That is, currently we are using internet, web browsing for our convenience and payments. So and nowadays we are going to internet and our laptops and desktops to mobile phones, that can be PDAs and smart devices. So we are going from e-commerce to m-commerce. This is again a scale which is given by reported by some expertise, that there are approximately 1 billion people who use the internet, and there are approximately 3 billion people they are using mobile handset. Means the people who are using internet as well as mobile phones may be bigger than that. Then now we have to look for the what sort of attack surface on mobile platforms, then their computational power and force multiplication. When we talk about computational power, now we are going to e-commerce to m-commerce. So mobiles are giving tough competition to our today's laptops, desktops. So their computational power are increasing. As this power also increasing, the attack surface is increasing. Then force multiplication, which provides the facility to integrate multiple application, multiple types of data into only one single view. We up till now we have various mobile platforms available in market, like Nokia, then Symbian, which is Java based, Google Android, iPhone having its own OS, then Motorola, Sony Ericsson. These are top branded OS platforms on mobile phones. Then mobile platforms are standardized. This means they are having some benefits and some cons also. So here are some pros on the mobile platforms, that one-stop shopping for content and application. Then everyone's smartphone works with everyone else, that we can one can use another's application also with his account, or integrating this application with another application. We can it means it gives a flexibility. Then content and application provider will have an easier time converging functionality onto mobile devices. That means we can go through, we can jump from one application to another application on our single credentials. So it will also give us flexibility to go through one to another. As you can see, I have described some pros. Like this, these same contents are coming into cons, because the thing is like one single coin has two sides. There are same cons, same pros and same cons on the basis of mobile platforms. Convergence is a way to go. What do you put on your phone? Nowadays we have desktops, we have laptops, which gives us facility to integrate each type of various type of data, our entertainment media files, then our official work to do on a single machine. But as we are going towards mobile phones, our nowadays mobile phones are that much smart enough that they can also integrate this much type of data, that music, photos, email, passwords, VPN keys, VPNs where most of the people work from home for their business. Mobile payment characteristics. Now coming to our topic, that mobile payments having some characteristics which are actually attracting people towards the mobile applications. That simplicity and usability. As our normal web application, mobile phone also gives facility to having a easier access to our bank accounts and transactions. Universality. It means one application can work around the globe. If you travel from one country to another country, it will also give you flexibility for currency transactions. Interoperability. Then security, privacy and trust. Cost. Of course, mobile devices are very cheaper than our traditional devices. Speed. As now we are looking for 3G, 4G. We discussing about these generations. This generation gives us high bandwidth speed, so we can process very high speed. That cross-border payments. As I said earlier, that if we travel from one country to another country, we can also access the bank account as per that currency. Here I am going to give an example of Visa mobile payment platform. That Visa have already deployed a payment platform and it's in working. So on the introduction, Visa did survey in Canada. So in that survey, Visa gets reply from people that they are more comfortable if they got some easier application and avoid manual controls on that application. That they want more automated application to shopping and their retail processes. So it offers the ability to make contactless payment transaction and a cell phone into an electronic wallet. So after developing this platform, Visa gives people facility to convert their normal cell phone into an electronic wallet. So they don't need to carry their physical money with them. It's a straightforward working of that Visa application. The Visa application named as Visa PayWave application. In front of secure contactless reader at checkout counter. Like this scenario tells that when we go to the retail shop, after buying our goods, when we go to the checkout counter, we need not have physical money or physical card. We have our mobile. So we will put that mobile near the contactless reader, which is nothing but a Bluetooth type of reader. So it will capture all our bank account information and just transact money from our account to the retail account. That much easier it is, and it will take hardly some seconds to do this transaction. The Visa PayWave application wirelessly transmit the payment data directly into to the contactless reader to complete Visa mobile payment transaction. In background, this application works same as our credit card and debit card payment processes, but the facility towards customer is that they don't need to give their physical card to another hand, and they need not to have any type of unauthorized access to that card. They have their control. They are having their control on their mobile phone, and they just having control on this process also. Security. Visa has defined some security mechanisms in their application. providing a secure contactless payment solution. Means till now we are giving our credit card to merchant's hand, and he going to swipe that. As we know, there are some schemers and all machines available in market. There are lot of chance to copy our card data and misuse that. So as these mobile phones in our hand only, they provide the contactless payment solutions. Means no need to give that phone to anybody else. We have to just put that phone near that say NFC device. That NFC means near field communication, and it will capture all the data. In next one, NFC is designed for very short range communication, so that the user is in control of process. As I said earlier, that that NFC is designed for very short range. So that person has to put his phone near the very short range to that device. So that's why there is no doubt that anybody can capture that data, anybody can see that data. It will just transact in some seconds. Then only Visa approved contactless reader can process payment data. Up till now, the standards are in their developing stage. So Visa has developed his own machine, and he gives that approvals to the merchants. Study of security and privacy in mobile applications. Why do we need to pay attention to the security and privacy in mobile payment application? Simple, that as we are going from our traditional, means now traditional things are laptops and desktops, and mobiles are enhanced one, that we are going from e-commerce to m-commerce. So it is as we have already developed very much security for our desktops, laptops and web contents. The same or rather more than that, we have to put security on our mobile phones, because they are so small, very delicate. There are many risks related to mobile platforms. Mobile payment applications. Mobile payment application need a secure mechanism to protect the credit card information of the user. Nowadays we have most of the applications which are store the customers data on the local device only. So we have to look for that how we can secure that data. These are 4 risks related to mobile platforms. That the mobile device may be stolen, it will be physical theft or loss of mobile. Then interception by the malicious attacker. When the transaction is done, it is same as our normal web application did before. So there may be chances of interception. Unauthorized access to server. If server is not properly secure, or the attacks like SQL ingestion are not filtered, then the unauthorized access to server may be possible. Tampering the integrity of data. Of course, after getting the unauthorized access to the server, maybe the malicious attacker can tamper the data. These are some methods to or maybe practices that are provided to the field we should look out when we think about the security for mobile devices or mobile applications. Secure network connection. Of course, we should use a secure network connection. For an instance, we can use HTTP over SSL. So we will at least say that we are on secure channel. We are done our transaction on secure channel. Encrypted local data. As I said, that most of the application stores the data on local device only. That on mobile device. So we should confirm that encryption for local saved data. User authentication, unauthorized access. It is related to unauthorized access. User authentication means many people have that addiction that they put auto login on their application. In that case, if somebody stolen that mobile, he just want to click on the application, and application will auto login into, and he can misuse that application transaction and payment processes of the customer. Grant minimum sufficient permissions. This is related to minimum privileges, that when application is developed, application can provide one number of accounts to you. So we should properly define the account status and account types, so we can give sufficient permission to different types of accounts. Separate user accounts. Of course, if like me, just consider a scenario that I have a mobile device, I have a payment application on that, and I am having my account over there. If one of my friend wants to create a new account on that application, so that time I have to distinctly separate these two accounts. Because if there is any mess up with our accounts, then it can be lost for me. Application provided security mechanism. Of course, vendors. Here vendors comes into picture. When vendors providing their payment application, it should be fulfilled with security mechanism. It should be they should consider some security, some basic security things or points to make the application secure as much as. Future work. With the development of network infrastructure, we are just coming from 1G, 2G, 3G, and we are just going look for the 4G now. So there is development of network infrastructure. The network bandwidth are increasing, and infrastructure is becoming complex. So in that case, we should think about the design also, for our network also. Apple, Google and many other companies will release new mobile devices in the future. Of course, Apple and Google, they are leading one. They are giving so many secure application and secure devices also. As we know, Apple having iPhone, and Google has launched Google Wallet also, which is purely a payment device. So in that case, they will think about the secure mechanisms onto their devices, which covering all the domains which are we previously looked for, like physical security, our access control, and therefore we need to research new devices to change our methods. Ongoing project by OWASP. OWASP means Open Web Application Security Project. This is a group which for many years which is continuously studying and developing secure mechanism for web applications. They have already something as we know, web code, which provides our web application security. So now they are coming up with GoatDroid, which is nothing but same as their previous project, depend on web application, but this one is related to mobile devices specifically. They are going to research on mobile devices, their applications, and their all the related things which are coming into picture. This project is going to cover the risk related to application used on mobile platforms. Up till now, this project is actually going on, but up till now, their research had find out these top 10 risks related to mobile platforms. These are pretty straightforward. So its first is insecure data storage. The data storage, if the data storage is insecure, that it is not properly physically secure, or access control is not proper, or rather, beyond that, if the encryption is not secure, so it will fail. Weak server-side controls. Banking servers. When we talk about transaction, the banking servers are much dedicated to transactions. So the server-side controls should be as much strong that they will avoid some attacks. Insufficient transport layer protection. As I said, that we should follow a secure channel like SSL. This comes into picture at the transport layer. Client-side injection. It's nothing but same as SQL and PL/SQL ingestion. If client mobile device, if the application is that not that much capable to filter the SQL ingestion, so from client device one can get unauthorized access to application. Over authorization and authentication, that if credentials are not that much capable or they are poor in nature, so one can easily crack them. Improper session handling. This we can relate to session hijacking, which is nothing but an interception of session. Then security decision via untrusted inputs. Like if we give untrusted inputs like some special characters, and so we can get direct access to main server, main database. Side channel data leakage. This is nothing but our normal data leakage, that eavesdropping will come into picture. Broken cryptography. As we know that our previous some cryptographic techniques are already broken down. So we should think about this development of our cryptographic techniques. Sensitive information disclosure. This is very normal things, because we can see most of the people, they are unaware of security, and they are just disclose their personal information anyhow. After that, OVAX also come up with some mobile controls that they have on the basis of their research. They are coming with some controls that they try to put a baseline control for our mobile application. This can be identify and protect sensitive data, handle password credentials securely, ensure sensitive data is protected in transit, as I said, on secure channel, implement user authentication, authorization and session management correctly. This will come up with our least privileges principle and some SQL ingestion filters. Keep the backend APIs and the platform secure. It's pretty straight. Perform data integration with third-party services application securely. Nowadays, as I said, that network infrastructure is so complex. We are using third-party services on day-and-day processes. So we should think about that. Pay specific attention to the collection and storage of consent for the collection and use of the user's data. That how this data can be labeled, how this data can be separated from other unimportant data. Implement controls to prevent unauthorized access to paid for resources. That Google Wallet, as I said, Google Wallet is purely payment, purely made for payment transaction. So it has that much prevention mechanism to avoid unauthorized access. Ensure secure distribution or provisioning from mobile application. Carefully check any runtime interpretation of code for error. As our previous web application, there are so many coding errors. So on same as on mobile platforms, we should avoid these code errors. Now we have council named PCI SSE, which develops some standards for payment application only. So they have already having standards, that PADSS, which is named as Payment Application Data Security Standard. But up till now they are having this they provided requirement for only normal banking applications, which are we are daily using on our computer and laptops. Now they have upgraded their version of PADSS, and they have come up with some of the requirements which are related to our mobile security. So they have differentiated in 3 categories. They given that the first category 1, that should be PTS approved, means the device, the mobile device or the card reader, the reader, NFC reader. These devices should be PTS approved. The PTS is nothing but pin transaction security. Category 2 defines the bundled solution assessed by QSA. Here the application vendors come into picture, application vendor should develop a bundle secure solution for customers, and this solution or this application should be approved by QSA, which is nothing but qualified security assessor. Category 3 talks about the flexibility of application. It defines that the application should perform on any should access on any device, that it should be device independent or platform independent. After this presentation, I have concluded that from my point of view, the following aspects should be considered when we think about the mobile application security. That user awareness. This is the most important thing, because nowadays mobile is in everyone's hand. So one should aware that what type of security he should provide to his mobile platform. Then secure network connection as our SSL. Encryption of sensitive data. The sensitive data should be encrypted. It is a must requirement for a user, as we are doing so many lakhs of payment transactions day and day basis. User authentication, of course, because if user authentication is not proper or is not tightened by security, so it will be a loss for the customer or the owner of the device. Almost all the application need to pay attention to the above mentioned points, so that they can protect their sensitive data. That if we consider these points, at least we can put a baseline security for our mobile platforms and payment applications. Yeah, thank you.